Is it 4D chess? Or is Elon Musk simply blindly blundering through a $44 billion up? Maybe it's 4D chess. Maybe it was all part of Elon's plan to weed out the bots on Twitter. The Daily Mail reports Elon Musk is set to countersue Twitter in an attempt to scrap $44 billion buyout and avoid possible fine, which would be $1 billion. Billionaire's legal team wants extra time to put together a case about fake accounts on social media giant. Elon Musk is filing his own countersuit against Twitter to try and get out of his $44 billion deal to buy the social media behemoth. It's unfortunate. It's sad to hear, but it may actually still help nonetheless. While many people on the right cheered like, go Elon, because if Elon buys the platform like Babylon Bee gets unsuspended, people were thinking that it was going to have a positive effect once he took over. Now we're finding out he doesn't want to take over, and the left immediately was like, haha, it's not happening. And my attitude's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen. Some pundits have said there's no way Elon gets out of this. He's going to have to do it. And my attitude is like, there's kind of already been a net positive, right? There's already been a shock to the system, tons of pressure. So it is what it is. Obviously, I wanted Elon to buy it. And if he doesn't, I'll take the 1% gain versus the 100% gain. Like, there's still some good. It's better than nothing. They say Musk's legal team wants the Delaware Court of Chancery to grant them extra time and ability to put together a case regarding fake accounts and bots on Twitter, according to the New York Post. This comes after Twitter on Monday accused Musk of trying to slow walk the company's lawsuit to hold him to his takeover and urged a September trial to ensure deal financing remains in place, according to a court filing. Millions of Twitter shares trade publicly daily under a cloud of Musk-created doubt, the company wrote. No public company of this size and scale has ever had to bear these uncertainties. It's suggested that the longer this stays in the courts, the more it could hurt Twitter stock prices, and the easier it would make it for Musk to get a friendlier buyout price. Here's my prediction, my friends. I think Elon's going to buy it, and I think he's going to buy it at a discount. Twitter is suing. Now, this judge, I believe it's the Chancery judge in Delaware or whatever, the Delaware Court of Chancery chancellor, sorry, not a judge, a chancellor. Apparently in the past, she's forced acquisitions. There was some company that sued and the company said, make them buy it. And she said, done. And it was fast. Some people think this was a very smart move on the part of Twitter and that Chancellor McCormick's going to be like, dude, you agreed to buy it. I'm done wasting time. Done. But what if Elon can't afford to buy it? Well, there's the big question. So here's what I think may end up happening, the most likely in my opinion, and probably likely wrong, but here's what I think. I think there's a great probability that Twitter will demand a sale, that the judge will say, make the sale, and Elon will be like, we can only do it at 35. And then Twitter's going to be like, fine. Right now, the stock price is getting beaten down. And so they might just be like, we will take what we can get for it to wash our hands of it. 4D chess. I mean, seriously, look, I'm not entirely convinced of the case, but there's a strong case that Elon Musk is just shaking it up so hard that it's forcing people to sell. Now, I'll be pissed. I have some shares, they're down. I'm down on the shares that I bought, thinking, I think I had some before, or I can't remember if I bought before or after Elon announced he was going to buy. But imagine this. People buy shares like, oh, Elon's going to buy it. This is great. I'll have shares. And then he tanks it with this strategy to save himself some money. He's basically just putting your money in his pocket. But, honestly, I don't have that many. I like 20. So I don't really care. I would prefer Elon buy this platform because we need to fight back, fight the censorship, and we need Elon to help make that happen. Now, he's backing out. Maybe. Before we move on, though, with talking about the expedited trial and what's going to happen, I'm going to shout out Timcast.com because it's part of the big announcement I'm going to be doing all week. When you go to Timcast.com and you become a member to support our work, you will see that Parallel Economy has replaced PayPal. No more PayPal. If you're a member of the website and you use PayPal, you're fine. You're grandfathered in. It will keep going. You don't got to worry about it. If you want to support Parallel Economy, an anti-censorship platform for payment processing, sign up using Parallel Economy. Sign up right now to support our work. I would really, really appreciate it. We all do. And I'll put it this way. Don't sign up to Timcast.com if you don't like the shows we're making, if you don't think we deserve it, if you think the mission is important in building an economy separate from Silicon Valley, If that's all you care about and you're willing to sign up, I ask you to do so. If you like the content we make and you like the parallel economy, definitely sign up. And if you're an existing member, Stripe is fine. I actually kind of like Stripe. I do. But I like parallel economy way more than all of them. And I like the idea that they're better in terms of the cost and they're better in terms of censorship. And we need to do what we can to support companies that utilize parallel economy so that PayPal loses market share. So these companies that are woke and want to ban people lose market share. This is one way to do it. Timcast.com, click the sign up button, join us. It's all part of the same story. Elon Musk buying Twitter. Why is it so important? Because the Babylon Bee got shut down. Now, here's a funny thing. Elon Musk is the founder of PayPal, and PayPal's garbage. So I don't completely trust Elon Musk. And I'll put it this way. PayPal's not so bad in a certain light. It's convenient. It works. But it seems like they need to update their website. Stripe is way better. And they've got a political problem. So the issue for me is that PayPal just dominates the space, and they're not that good. Parallel economy actually has a really great back-end system. It's actually really fantastic. Stripe also has one that's really, really great. But, Stripe is still pretty big Silicon Valley. I want to support these companies. I wanted Elon to buy Twitter because I want to see the cabal of Silicon Valley start to break apart. They're going to say, Musk, who is the world's richest person and chief executive of the electric car maker, accused San Francisco-based Twitter of rushing the trial to obscure the truth about spam accounts and to railroad him into buying the company. The first hearing in Twitter's original lawsuit will take place Tuesday in front of the Delaware Court of Chancery. McCormick will likely rule on Twitter's request for an expedited trial, according to the Post. Twitter's lawyers want the trial to start in September, while Musk's team wants it to start no earlier than February 2023. Musk's countersuit will also be heard by Chancellor McCormick. On July 8th, Musk said he was terminating the deal because Twitter violated the agreement by failing to respond to requests for information regarding fake or spam accounts on the platform, which is fundamental to its business performance. The billionaire appeared to respond to the suit in a tweet on Tuesday evening, writing, "Oh, the irony." He seemed to be referring to the fact that he was initially aggressive in pursuing the deal over skepticism from Twitter's board, roles that have now reversed. It's fascinating, isn't it? Here's what I think. I think the lawsuit's bad for Twitter no matter what. And I think Elon forced their hand. I don't know if it was on purpose. Elon may be just bumbling around, but here's what's happened so far. Twitter didn't want to sell. Vijaya Gadde cried. She cried when she found out Elon was buying the platform. Now, some crazy stuff happened behind the scenes. Followers were dropping for the left and rising for the right. And then Elon goes, maybe I don't want to buy it. Chaos for Twitter. Chaos. When they go to trial, Elon's going to be able to request documents and say, present this information to the court on these issues. Elon should be able to request information on their bots. And they might argue, we're not going to release that publicly. And the court's going to be like, well, how is he supposed to make the assessment if you're not revealing this stuff? It's fascinating. You got lawyers on the left being like, he waived due diligence. And lawyers on the right being like, that doesn't matter. You can't withhold information. So we will see. We will see, and I would like to see Elon actually buy the platform. Twitter's lawsuit argues, having mounted a public spectacle to put Twitter in play, and having proposed and then signed a seller-friendly merger agreement, Musk apparently believes that he, unlike every other party subject to Delaware contract law, is free to change his mind, trash the company, disrupt its operations, destroy stockholder value, and walk away. Twitter's general counsel, Sean Edgett, informed staff of the lawsuit in a company-wide memo on Tuesday afternoon. We have also filed a motion for an expedited trial alongside the complaint, asking for the case to be heard in September, as it is critically important for this matter to be resolved quickly, Edgett wrote in the memo. Or maybe he doesn't want Elon to be able to publish the bot information. Oh, this is going to be fascinating. It goes to trial. Elon says, publish the information on bots. Twitter's stock price implodes when people find out this platform is garbage. There's something else to consider, though. Why Elon Musk may not want to be buying the platform. Did Elon anticipate it's not just about the U.S.? Every single country for which Twitter operates in has crazy rules. Rules they will not allow Elon to implement. Free speech in China? Yeah, right. It's not going to happen. Free speech in Germany? Please. Hate speech laws are in place. So Elon may want to make these changes, and then he realizes the only market I can probably impact is the U.S., and that's not going to make me any money. And then he realized, wow, All you can really do is work at the behest of the governments and authoritarian regimes. He can fix it in the U.S. We'll see how much money he makes off that. Honestly, I'm not entirely convinced he would be. In fact, if he doesn't, other countries might pull out. And this is the issue people need to understand about Twitter. Twitter told me that they implement these rules for a global platform. Yeah, it may be that Germany is like, if you allow these things, we won't allow you in our country. And so Twitter then says, okay, we'll limit everything in your country to just your country, and that cuts off the U.S. from the rest. Or they say, we don't care if it's in our country or not. You're allowing it on the platform, period. We won't allow it. You're going to lose 30 to 60 million users unless you ban these words. And then Twitter says, fine, because it's the compromise. They know the woke like it. They'll ban the conservatives. But think about it this way. If there are 100 million conservatives in this country that they could potentially get, but 1 billion people around the world they could get, if they ban the conservatives, they're going to go for the billion. I don't know if Elon could actually solve this in the way he wants to, and maybe that's why he's taking the action that he is taking. They say, at this point, we anticipate the next step in the process will be for the court to set a schedule for the case. The lawsuit was widely anticipated, was a widely anticipated step after Musk last week announced his intent to pull out of the merger agreement with specified penalties for backing out of the deal. Those penalties included a $1 billion breakup fee. Now look, here's a reason why I think Elon's playing games. Elon knew a recession was coming. He knew there were bots, and Twitter is an effective means of communication for right now when it comes to space travel. Short bursts of information, a text publicly available. Twitter's the way to do it. You send people to Mars, what are you going to do? Have a long phone call transmitted with a 20-minute delay, or a tweet? Shows up 20 minutes later, boom, there it is. Someone's like, I'm on Mars. I ate a potato. He's talked about that, and that may be why he wants Twitter. He's also got this other company, it's called X or something, where he wants Twitter to be a part of, which it sounds like it's all, or I think X.com or something. I don't know. I think that was the name of PayPal initially. I think Elon has some kind of plan, but we'll see. But my friends, I can only speak about censorship for so long, because even if Elon was to save the day, what happens when Elon moves on? Elon is an old man, 51. Well, old enough. He's got a good 20 years left, maybe 25. What do we do without Elon Musk? Fear not, my friends. I have good news. Elon Musk's dad, this is really amazing stuff. Elon Musk's dad, Errol, has been asked to donate sperm to create a new generation of Elons. Elon Musk's 76-year-old father has claimed he's been offered to donate sperm by an unnamed company to create a new generation of Elons. How absolutely bonkers. That's kidding, by the way. I'm not worried about Elon passing on. I don't think he's that great. You know what I mean? It's like, I think Elon is great. I think SpaceX is awesome. I think I want him to buy Twitter. I like all that. I'm saying I don't think he's so great that we need his father to procreate endlessly and share his DNA to create more Elons. Elon has a brother. He's also done great work. But here's the story nonetheless. Errol Musk, 76, previously said in an interview with the U.S. Sun that he welcomed a second child, now 3, with his stepdaughter, Jana Bezudenhout, 34. Absolutely amazing, by the way. In 2018, it was revealed that he had welcomed his now 5-year-old son, Elliot Rush, nicknamed Rushy, with Jana, who was 42 years his junior, and he had raised since she was 4. Yikes. Now the Tesla CEO's father claims he has been offered the chance to donate his sperm by an unnamed South American company. I got a company in Colombia who want me to donate sperm to impregnate high-class Colombian women because they say, why go to Elon when they can go to the actual person who created Elon? Okay, let me just say first and foremost, Elon is not but a piece of Errol. He is the combination of Errol and Elon's mother. There's 2 people involved. Elon is the DNA you want. In fact, if you really want Elon's, you need to ask his mom and dad to make a bunch more babies, not just take his dad. You also need his mom's eggs, but she's probably too old, maybe doesn't got any left. So they're going to the dad. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work out. While he said he has not been offered payment for his services, okay. Errol added that he could receive other perks if he agrees to be a donor. They haven't offered me any money, but they have offered me first-class travel and 5-star hotel accommodation and all that sort of stuff. When asked if he would give his sperm away instead of charging for it, he said, well, why not? As the U.S. Sun previously reported, Errol has openly stated he is keen to have more kids and believes the only thing we are on this earth for is to reproduce. Hey, something Elon Musk apparently agrees with. If I could have another child, I would. I can't see any reason not to. If I had thought about it then, Elon or Kimball wouldn't exist. Errol was married to Jaina's mother, Heidi, for 18 years, and they had daughters Rose and Alexandra together. He had his three eldest children, Elon, Kimball, and Tosca, with his first wife, Mae Musk. Errol has told the U.S. Sun his purported second child with Jaina was unplanned, but that he was living with her after the birth of his son. I haven't checked the DNA, but she looks just like my other daughters. She looks like Rose and Tosca mixed up. She looks exactly like Rushy, and she behaves like him, so it's pretty obvious, you know. He added, she wasn't planned, but I mean, we were living together. She, Jaina, stayed here for about 18 months after Rushy was born. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Errol Musk banging his stepdaughter, who he raised when she was 4, is just downright creepy. But of course, they're trying to smear Elon over that. That has nothing to do with Elon. You can't blame the child for the sins of the father. Sorry. What Errol did is kind of crazy, in my opinion. But I don't know. What else can you say about it? Maybe there will be a new generation of Elons emerging in Colombia, and they'll have space travel and who knows what else. The other big tabloid news with Elon is him being shirtless on the beach, which I'm not going to pull the pictures up. It's just so stupid. So let me just tell you, we've got very serious problems affecting this country. It's political, it's cultural, it is very serious. We need to address them. Elon Musk has entered the fray. You know, PayPal is a player in all of this as well, as I mentioned, with our moves to parallel economy. And that's Elon. Elon's been shockingly influential on this world. And so, of course, because of that, the media is going to talk about Elon not wearing a shirt. I don't care if he's not wearing a shirt. People go swimming all the time and don't wear shirts. How is this news? They're going to talk about the eccentricities, I suppose, of the father, Errol, and the creepiness of it. Fine, I don't care. These are the stories that are popping up on the Daily Mail and other websites about Elon, his family, and it's like what we saw with Alex Stein and Big Booty Latina, right? That story. The bigger story was that AOC said that 1-6 was basically an inside job, that people opened the doors from the inside, and she wants to know who did. And I'm like, okay, she's referring to police. I agree. Instead, every single story was like Big Booty Latina, and I'm like, ugh, dude, come on, man. I don't care about that. And right now, this is the news that matters. What will the future of our culture be? Will Elon Musk actually buy Twitter, or is he just screwing around and screwing up? If we do not get a handle on censorship, if we do not restore the right to speech, this country does not function as a republic. Powerful interests have been taking over these companies, seizing culture, and causing very real problems. So what can we do? We should not be sitting back and relying on people like Elon Musk. You should not be sitting back and relying on people like me. You should be taking action yourself and doing what you can to try and solve the problem. Now, by all means, support Elon Musk. I agree with that. Buy Teslas or whatever if you can afford to. Support his moves because he seems to be doing better than many people. Here's a guy who believes people should have more kids, the world's not overpopulated, and he wants people to be free. To a certain degree, I can respect that. Timcast.com. We want to fact check. We want you to make decisions for yourself. Support the networks you like, be it Timcast or the Daily Wire. Give Elon Musk your moral support. I don't think he needs your money. Or, buy his cars if you can afford it. What you need to do is speak up first and foremost. Stand up first and foremost. And stop giving your money to people who hate you. But I believe in being reasonable. And I don't believe it's reasonable to tell everybody, cancel Netflix, cancel Discovery, cancel Disney, because people like those shows. That's why I decided at Timcast, we're going to go for making streaming shows. Tales from the Inverted World. What was the real path having a free show on YouTube, hoping that we'd sell ads? And I'm like, let's fight on the same front. Let's start making shows. And instead of just being like, don't watch them, watch us, I can be like, how about this? Watch whoever you want to watch. And I will prove to you we will be better. We will make better shows. We will make funny shows. We will make scary shows. We will make interesting documentaries. We will launch comedy specials. And we will challenge that machine. And we'll make it so that people leave Disney because they've decided Timcast is better. So that's all that matters to me. No words. Now, many of you may be all about the mission. And so you've decided to support Timcast.com just so that we can try. I respect it. But I believe that out of the 60 plus million people who watch our videos every month, we don't have that many. If 10% of those people just signed up to watch our content, we'd be bigger than all of these networks. I wouldn't even know what to do. I gotta be honest, I'd probably freak out. Where we're at right now, I can handle it, and it's getting really difficult. If we had 10% of our viewers as members, we'd be one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, I believe. I believe we'd be way bigger than many of them. I think, what do they have, like 2 or 3 million apiece, these other companies? So they're getting like 30 to 40 million bucks a month. Daily Wire is getting like $1 million a month off their subscribers. We need to get there. But we're not going to just tell you to give us money for no reason. We're going to prove it. Now, Elon Musk is doing his thing with Twitter, but Truth Social exists too. Create a space that is valuable for people, so you don't need to tell them, join us for the sake of the principle of it. No. Join the platform that works for you. And Truth Social's got great engagement. Parallel economy. We signed up with the payment processor that works for us. It works. It's better than PayPal. We have more guarantees. We don't want to get censored. So that's what we got to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to prove it. And then one day there's going to be some guy who says, I don't care about the culture war. All I know is Cass Castle's funny and I want to watch it. That's how we win. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 4 p.m. over at youtube.com/Timcast. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.